I am 19-year-old, a high school student, and I have a brother who is 17 years old now and who often does creepy things recently. One day I was watching TV with my brother in living room and he suddenly started yelling, "Shh, stop it, you think it's funny." It was a kind of strange because my brother usually doesn't curse and get angry like that. "What? What's wrong?" I asked. And he replied, "Hey, you go to your room and you can come out maybe 30 minutes later." "What's wrong with you all of a sudden?" "Well, I'm not kidding, go inside, hurry." Being scared, I went into my room, lay down listening to an MP3 player and fell asleep. The next morning I was woken up by my parents. "We have to go to the hospital right now." I asked what's going on. It turns out that my parents found out my brother was lying with bubbles in his mouth. When they came back home after closing the store, they ended up taking him to the hospital having a test, but there was nothing wrong with him. Eventually the doc said it was just a sudden case. I felt something really odd at this point. Why did he send me into the room so abruptly? There was once my brother had caught bad cold, and after that he has been changed a little bit. And one day he was playing with his computer and suddenly came to my room saying, "Like this, are you feeling chilly?" Before I asked my brother why, I kept getting goosebumps behind my neck. Don't know the reason yet. Then he continued, "If you want to look behind, do not close your eyes, okay?" "Why?" "Just someone told me." Shrugging, he went out off the room, and again I thought he was a little bit weird. He was hospitalized for a few days and then came back home. "Why did you pass out that day anyway?" His expression suddenly changed as soon I asked him about what happened that day. And what he said followed was just pure horror itself. "Actually, I have been seeing strange things since I was in middle school." "What do you mean?" "Do you remember that day when we were watching TV? I told you to go into your room, and the reason I told you like that was I saw 3 women that day in a living room holding their hands and kept spinning around you." I had goosebumps all of a sudden, but when you get up and about to enter the room, they started to follow you. He told me that he continued to hit the floor with his palm to prevent them. Then they looked at my brother smiling widely and suddenly approached him. "Wanna join? We all are thirsty." He said the ghost said that they are thirsty is because they wanted humans' life anyway. He started to curse at them indiscriminately, but suddenly his body did not move. Then one of the women approached him. Her face had changed into a grotesque look like exactly the same as a ghost in a movie. And she was smiling at him. In front of my frightened brother, she moved her face closer to him and started licking his face with her black tongue. He ended up passing out. That's what he told me. Even when he was in hospital, he had the same nightmare, and he had sleep paralysis for a while.